Good morning students. In this lecture 18th of mechanics, we will discuss the Galilean invariance of the law of conservation of linear momentum and law of conservation of energy. Means we will see that whether the law of conservation of linear momentum it holds even in S dash frame or not. So here again we have considered two frames of references, two inertial frame of references S and S dash, where frame S is at rest and frame S dash it is moving with velocity v, and this velocity v it is uniform velocity with respect to inertial frame S along x-axis. Now consider, as we are considering the law of conservation of linear momentum, so we will consider the two particles and collision between the two particles. So suppose we have two particles m1 and m2 in space and they collide with one another. After collision they are moving in different directions, in random directions. Now suppose for the observer in frame S, for the observer in frame S and in frame S dash. Now for the observer who is observing this collision from S frame, what will be the velocity? Suppose u1 is the velocity of m1, initial velocity before collision. Suppose u2 is the velocity, initial velocity of mass m2 before collision, as observed by the observer in frame S. And then the two particles they collide, and after collision, suppose for the observer in inertial frame S frame, which is a rest frame, suppose v1 is the final velocity of m1 and v2 is the final velocity of m2. So these are initial velocities before collision and these are final velocities after collision. Now the same collision is observed by the observer in frame S dash, and according to the observer in frame S dash, suppose u1 dash be the initial velocity of m1 and u2 dash be the initial velocity of m2. These are the initial velocities before collision for the observer in frame S dash. So what will happen after collision? After collision to the observer in frame S dash, suppose v1 dash is the velocity of m1 and v2 dash is the velocity of m2. Suppose these are final velocities. So according to the observer in frame S, what will be the law of conservation of linear momentum, which is a rest frame? So for the observer who is observing this collision from this rest frame S frame, what will be the law of conservation of momentum? According to the law of conservation of linear momentum, in frame S, what will be the law of conservation of linear momentum in frame as viewed by the observer in frame S? It will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2. It is the total linear momentum before collision. It is equal to the total linear momentum after collision. And what will be the linear momentum of m1 after collision? It will be m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So this is the law of conservation of linear momentum before collision and after collision. the total linear momentum is equal, that is in frame S. Now we will prove that this law of conservation of linear momentum, it holds in frame S dash as well. So according to the law of conservation of linear momentum in frame S dash, so according to the law of conservation of linear momentum in frame S dash, in inertial frame S dash, what we will have? m1 into initial velocity of m1, that is u1 dash, plus m2 into initial velocity of m2 is u2 dash. It is equal to, what is total linear momentum after collision in S dash? It will be m1 v1 dash plus m2 v2 dash. Suppose this is equation 2. Now we know the relation between velocity of moving frame and the velocity of rest frame. So using the velocity transformations in the two frames, so according to the velocity transformations from S to S dash, we have u1 dash vector, it will be equal to u1 minus v. Here use vector sign, here also, because direction is important and velocity is a vector quantity. So this is the first velocity transformation, that u1 dash and u1, these are related by this. Similarly, u2 dash, it is equal to u2 minus v. Then v1 dash, it will be equal to v1 minus v, and v2 dash, it will be equal to v2 minus v. So now put these values in equation 2. Putting these values in equation 2, what we get? We get m1 into u1 dash, put the value of u1 dash, plus m2 into put the value of u2 dash. It is equal to m1 into v1 dash, put its value, plus m2 into v2 dash, put its value. Solve this. m1 u1 minus m1 v plus m2 u2 minus m2 v, it is equal to m1 v1 minus m1 v plus m2 v2 minus m2 v. So here you can see minus m1 v and minus m1 v will be cancelled out on both sides. Similarly, minus m2 v and minus m2 v will be cancelled out on both sides. So we are left with again the same equation, that is the law of conservation of linear momentum as we have obtained in case of frame S. So this implies that law of conservation of linear momentum holds good in frame S dash also, means Galilean invariant. So this is all about the Galilean invariance of law of conservation of linear momentum. Now we'll discuss Galilean invariance of law of conservation of energy. So now, if in S and S dash frame, m1, m2 are the velocities of the m1, m2 are the masses of the two particles in both of the frames. but the initial velocities in frame S of M1 it is U1 and this is U2, and in S dash frame this is U1 dash and this is U2 dash. Similarly, after collision the final velocities are V1, V2 and V1 dash, V2 dash. So in frame S, to the observer in frame S, what will be the law of conservation of energy? So according to law of conservation of energy, because S frame is the rest frame, so law of conservation of energy will hold in this, and according to this we will have total initial kinetic energy, it will be equal to total final kinetic energy. So half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square, it is equal to what will be the total final energy, half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. This equation holds. So this is equation number 1. Now we have to prove that this law of conservation of energy also holds in frame S dash, which is a moving frame, moving with velocity, constant velocity v with respect to S. So in frame S dash, what will be law of conservation of energy? According to law of conservation of energy, we will have what will be the total initial kinetic energy in S dash frame? It will be half m1 u1 dash square plus half m2 u2 dash square. It is equal to half m1 v1 dash square plus half m2 v2 dash square. And now we will prove that this equation is true. How? We will solve this equation and we will reduce this equation to an equation which already holds. So from that result we will come to know that this equation also holds in frame S dash, which will prove that the law of conservation of energy is also Galilean invariant. So for this we will use velocity transformations. Half m1 u1 dash square means you can also write it as u1 dash dot product with u1 dash plus half m2 u2 dash dot product with u2 dash. Similarly, half m1 v1 dash vector dot product with v1 dash vector plus half m2 v2 dash vector dot product with v2 dash vector. Now using the velocity transformations, we will have u1 dash, it is equal to u1 minus v dot product with u1 minus v plus half m2 u2 minus v dot product with u2 minus v. It is equal to half m1 v1 minus v dot product with v1 minus v plus half m2 v2 minus v and dot product with v2 minus v. So now solve this. We will have half m1 u1 square, u1 into u1 will be u1 square, u1 into v minus u1v, this v into u1 again minus u1v, minus u1v minus u1v, it will be minus 2u1v. So here we will have minus half m1 into 2u1v, and this 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, and then next term will be minus minus plus half m1 v square. Similarly solve this. So this whole term, it has given these three terms. Similarly solve this, it will give you plus half m2 u2 square minus half m2 2 u2v dot product. So this 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, and last term will be plus half m2 v square. This is left hand side, so what will be the right hand side? Solve this right hand side. It is equal to half m1 v1 square minus half m1 2 v1 v1 dot v plus half m1 v square. Then solving this second term, plus half m2 v2 square minus half m2 2 v2 dot v plus half m2 v square. So this is left hand side is equal to this is right hand side. Now see, here we have half m1 u1 square, then minus m1 u1 dot v. Here this 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, 2 and 2 will be cancelled out, and on other side, on right hand side, we have m1 v1 v. On this side we have half m1 v square, and on the other side we also have half m1 v square. So this will be cancelled out. On this side we have half m2 v square, and on the other side we also have half m2 v square. So this 2 will be cancelled out. So now as you can see, I have written down this term here, then this term plus half m2 u2 square. So this whole term, it is the total kinetic energy before collision. Now there are two other terms which are left on left hand side, these two terms. Now write these two terms. Here we have minus common, so take minus common, and one more thing which is common, that is dot of v, and inside the bracket we will have m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So this is all about left hand side. It is equal to, now see the right hand side, first term is half m1 v1 square. Next term we will write this one plus half m2 v2 square. This is the total kinetic energy after collision, and this is total kinetic energy before collision. Now the terms which are left are this one and this one. So we have minus common and one other thing, that is dot v common, and inside the bracket we have m1 v1 plus m2 v2. And now, as we have just derived that law of conservation of linear momentum is Galilean invariant. Law of conservation of linear momentum, it holds in S frame as well as in S dash frame, means it holds in all of the frames or in all the inertial frames. Law of conservation of linear momentum holds. So here what is this m1 u1 plus m2 u2? It is law of conservation of left hand side of law of conservation of linear momentum. So it will be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So this whole term, it will be like this because of the law of conservation of linear momentum. So then both of these terms will be cancelled out on both sides, and what we are left with, half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square, it is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. This is the total kinetic energy after collision in S frame, and this is the total kinetic energy before collision in S frame, and it is true. So we have started from the law of conservation of energy in S dash frame, and we have reduced that equation into the equation which we already know that this is true. So hence it is proved that law of conservation of energy holds good in frame S dash as well. So therefore law of conservation of energy, it holds in all the inertial frames which are in relative motion with respect to one another. So this is all about the inertial frames, and in the next lecture we will discuss about non-inertial frames.